Live. Okay. Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my Week 9 college football picks for the 2021 college football season. Before I continue, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to your channel group. Greatly appreciate if you do that. I apologize for not having this out during a normal time Wednesday. It's been a very busy week for me. A lot of things happening this week involving my life. Nothing bad or anything. Everything's actually pretty good. It's just a lot of things going on. So that's why this video has really been put off all week. So I locked these, and it's going to be a lot shorter version. It's only 10 games I'm picking, 8 straight up, 1 in the lock category, 1 in the upset category. I kind of just took the 10 biggest games. I hit all the Power 5 conferences, kind of just took the game of the week out of all of them. I also took a game out of the week out of the American. We have a top 25 matchup in the American, which we're going to pick. And there's a big game in the Mountain West as well. So let's get into it. Just 10 games here, and I don't have the records from last week or anything, so I'm going to add those up and give them to you in the video next week. So let's get into it. Michigan versus Michigan State. This is the big noon kickoff game of the week. Michigan State's a 4-point dog at home against Michigan. I like Michigan to win and cover here. I think, and you might have watched this what I've been saying about Michigan State throughout the season. I'm not really sold on them. I think their resume is kind of weak, if you want my honest opinion. Um, you look at Michigan. I do. They're number 4 in the Big D Sports 4 poll, which is the only poll you should be looking at. I think they're the better team. I really do. I know it's there in East Lansing, but I'm going to go ahead and take Michigan. I think they win and cover. I think this game could get to 2 possessions. I only have it by a touchdown. I have the game 20-13 Michigan. I think maybe Michigan State busts a play or two offensively to keep themselves in the game. But at the end, I think Michigan, better talent, more dominant team. I'm taking Michigan 20-13 Michigan. Next game is Texas versus Baylor. Baylor is a 2.5-point favorite at home against Texas. I like Baylor to win and cover here as well. Texas, they're not a bad team, but at the same time, you look at Baylor. I mean, they're just saying they're winning games. They'll keep them outside the Oklahoma State game. They're finding ways to win games. They're dominating their opponents. I think they're the better team. They're at home in front of that crowd. I'll go ahead and take the Baylor Bears here against Texas. I got Baylor in this one. I'm going to go ahead and take them to win this game. I got 34-28 Baylor. I think this game's close, but I'll take Baylor minus 2.5. Next game, SMU versus Houston, top 25 matchup here in the American. Houston's a 1-point favorite. And by the way, I don't know if I said this before, but I locked all of these spreads at 12 o'clock on DraftKings, so at midnight. So just to let you know, I don't know if I said that before or not. But anyways, Houston, 1-point favorite at home against SMU. I feel like I have to take Houston here to win and cover. You look at Houston. In my opinion, I do think SMU is a little bit better than Houston, but I feel like with the game in Houston, I just gotta take them to win and cover. They're only 1-point favorites, so that means if they win it all, really, they will cover. I like Houston in this one. I think it turns to a bit of a shootout. I'll go Houston in this one. Maybe I think it's also maybe a little bit of a weird game. I'll go 40-34 Houston in this one. Next game, Ole Miss versus Auburn. Auburn's a 3-point favorite at home against Ole Miss. Auburn's coming off a bye. You look at Ole Miss. They had the whole debacle against Tennessee. You look at Auburn. They basically, as I said, they'll come off a bye. Auburn's been a big surprise this year. I did not expect them to go on the road and beat LSU and Arkansas. I went back and forth for this one. I like Auburn to win, but I'm going to take Ole Miss +3 on the road because I think this game's a 2-point game. I like Auburn in this one. I got the score in this one, 28-26 Auburn. I think this is a back and forth game, but at the end, I think Auburn makes a play at home in front of those fans that join here. I'll take Auburn 28-26, but go ahead, give me Ole Miss +3 on the road. Next game is Penn State versus Ohio State. Ohio State is a 19.5-point favorite at home against Penn State. James Franklin's days are numbered in Happy Valley because he will be the head coach of Southern Cal next year, in my opinion. I can't see him in in LSU. I just can't see him there. I mean, it won't surprise me if he goes there, but at the end of the day, I said it when Coach O, when that decision got made, that Billy Napier will be the head coach of LSU. I'm sticking to that. You look at Penn State. As I said, James Franklin, he is distracted. Mentioning that they're facing Illinois twice this week. They're going to go to the Big House this week. Ohio State plays in the shoe, not the Big House. But I like Ohio State here to win. Question is, do they cover? It's tough because 19.5, I think, is a good number for this game. I'm going to say Penn State defensively keeps them in this game, and I'm going to say I still think it's a two-possession game. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to take Penn State plus 19.5 on the road. I'm kind of leery about that because I could see this being a 3-touchdown game. I'm going to take Ohio State, though. I think Penn State's defense maybe makes a play or two in this one. I like Ohio State by 15. I got a 34-19 Ohio State. Next game is UCLA versus Utah. Utah is a 6.5-point favorite at home against UCLA. I like Utah to go ahead and win this game and cover. UCLA, in my opinion, I think they're a decent team, but I just don't trust them. I know last week they played well against Oregon, which I did expect that. It did not surprise me that that was a field goal game. But I mean, on the road against Utah, I think, if Utah wins this game, I mean, technically Utah controls their own destiny with the tiebreaker against Arizona State since they beat them earlier. I just think Utah's going to win this game. I have this game by a touchdown a lot. Usually when that number's 6.5, you always take the over and say that they win the. You always take the team that's favored by 6.5, and they win by a touchdown. That's what I did here. I have Utah winning this game, 31-24. Utah. The Utes go ahead, beat the Bruins. Okay, next game here, Virginia versus BYU, a big non-conference game. Some people were considering ranking Virginia in the top 25. BYU, they've been in the top 25 this year. These are two teams right here that I think are borderline top 25 teams, a big storyline. Bronco Mendenhall, former coach there at BYU, went ahead and took the Virginia job a few years back. He's coaching against his former team first visit back to Provo. I like BYU to win and cover here. I mean, you look at BYU. I actually think they are a little bit of a better team than Virginia, honestly. But with this game, especially at home, my gut feeling is that BYU wins a close one. It'll be by at least a field goal. This point spread is BYU minus 2.5. So I'll go ahead and take BYU minus 2.5 here to win and cover. I'll take them to win this game. I think it's kind of low scoring. I'll go 23-17 BYU. And then the last game in the straight up category before we get to a one lock and one upset here is Fresno State versus San Diego State. This is a big matchup here in the West Division in the Mountain West. This game probably is going to determine who's coming out of that West Division there in the Mountain West to face the Air Force. I'm going to take San Diego State. I think they are the better team. They're at home. They're actually getting 1 point at home. They're actually a 1 point underdog. I think that Vegas is kind of high on Fresno State. I mean, and Fresno State, I'm not going to say they've fallen off a cliff, but they've definitely, I mean, I know they were ranked earlier this season and all, but they've definitely taken a little bit of a step back since earlier this season. I like for San Diego State to go ahead. Pull off the mild upset. I'll take the Aztecs to go ahead and win this one. I like San Diego State. I think it's low scoring. But I think maybe each team maybe scores some in the fourth quarter. It gets interesting. I like San Diego State in this one. I got the score here, 26-20, San Diego State. So now we're going to hit the one lock of the week, and that lock of the week is the Georgia-Florida game. I like Georgia to win this game big. I'm taking Georgia to win and cover. They are 14-point favorites right now. I think they will cover that. 41-17 Georgia. I mean, I was thinking throughout the week with this game because I did have a little bit more time to think about these games. I was thinking that Dan Mullen and the Gators will keep it close against Georgia because they kept it close against Bama, and it is a rivalry game. But at the end of the day, I think Georgia's going to win the national championship. I think they're number one, and it's everybody else. And I think they win and cover here. As I said, 41-24. What's that? 24-point win there. I think this game will be interesting. Or I can see this game maybe being something like, I don't know, 17-7 Georgia at halftime. Maybe Florida gets the ball first in the second half. It could make it be a little bit interesting. Maybe they get a field goal, get it to 17-10. But Georgia's going to win away with this after probably 2.5 quarters. And I'll make a bold prediction right now. I think Dan Mullen will be pencil in as the coach on the most hottest seat going into 2022. I don't think he will get fired at the end of 2021, but I think it'll be penciled in on the hottest seat in 2022. And then my upset is Florida State as 9-point dogs on the road against Clemson. At this point, I'm just going to pick Clemson to lose every game, except with the South Carolina game, because I do think they're better than that team. You look at in the Duke game, you look at Florida State, they're playing a lot better football than they did at the beginning of the season. Clemson, they're playing some bad football right now. They're going to have to make some changes. I think Tony Elliott might be out of a job after this season. It's been bad for the Clemson offense. It's very hard to watch. I'll go ahead and take Florida State +9 on the road to pull off the upright upset. I'll go ahead and take them to win this game, 20-17 Florida State. I'll go ahead and take the Noles there by a field goal. So sorry that the video did not come out earlier. There would have been a lot more games on here, like the Maryland Terps game, which they should win. The 5-point favorites at home against Indiana. I expect them to win that game. I actually think they will cover that game. I think you're going to see probably Maryland's best performance this week against Indiana. But 10 games. I'll add this up in the total. I have the 10 games listed down right here. So I'll add them up in the total here. So yeah. So once again, sorry. I was able to get a video out to you guys picking 10 games. I just took the biggest games, just picked them. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you do that. We'll be back with a live stream Saturday 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. whenever the Maryland, Indiana, and Michigan State games end. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you do that. McD Beast signing off.